My name is Andy. I'm in the customer service industry, and my IRS obligation originally was $97,000. My liability today is a little bit over 11,000. I found out that I had an IRS problem, first of all, because we hadn't filed returns in years, and my wife had her paycheck levied by the IRS. We had called and made arrangements with the IRS, and of course, we couldn't keep up with them. So, and every so often we would get a letter from the IRS, and we just kind of ignored it. My IRS problem made me feel horrible. I would say for 8, 9 years, I did not get one night's decent sleep. I was always afraid that somebody would be banging on the door at 2 o'clock in the morning to arrest me. I am sleeping like a baby. It is wonderful to know that I am in good hands and in good standing and that I am meeting my obligation. It's a tremendous feeling. I found IRS Trouble Solvers. A couple of friends of mine had used them and just could not say enough good things for Patrick Sheehan and his staff. I felt total 100% relief. I felt here's a man who is going to be able to help me. He's going to be able to get to the bottom of the problem. I knew that we were probably going to owe the IRS quite a bit of money, but I wanted the legal aspect cleared up so that we didn't have the fear anymore or the attachment of property or wages. When I was levied by Social Security, I've only been on Social Security for a short amount of time, and thanks to the great efforts of Mr. Sheehan, the levy only lasted about a month, and he jumped right in and was able to let the IRS know that he was representing me and was able to stop all collection activity. I felt tremendous. I mean, I had more money in my pocket, and it really made me, when the levy was released, it made me realize that I had turned to the right people to solve the problem, and that they were really on my side. IRS Trouble Solvers solved my problem due to the fact, number one, their experience, their compassion, their aggressiveness to jump in and really work hard for me. They had a good relationship with the IRS, so I think the IRS knew that if Mr. Sheen was involved, that whatever problems were there were going to be solved. Don't be afraid if you have an IRS issue. Call Mr. Sheehan, and he will immediately go to bat for you, and he will, number one, and first and foremost, he will alleviate any concern that you have and let you know that you're in good hands. I would tell somebody, don't wait another minute, call him. My life right now that my IRS issues are resolved, is wonderful. What IRS Trouble Solvers was able to do was resolve the problem and give my wife and I our lives back and a sense of peace. I would recommend IRS Trouble Solvers to anybody and everybody who has an IRS issue. We, for years, 10 years, had this problem with the IRS, and we knew we had it. We were scared. We were scared to try and call the IRS directly, and the problem was only mushrooming, and we finally made the decision that this was a problem, it was the biggest problem we had in our life, and it had to be resolved and tackled. And it was, to our satisfaction. My experience with the IRS Trouble Solvers was nothing short of magnificent. They're a talented group of people. Mr. Sheehan knows his stuff. His staff is highly qualified and very, very personable. We didn't file taxes for 7 or 8 years because we were afraid. We knew we owed and we owed and we owed, and we just couldn't afford to pay. So we were very foolish. Rather than trying to contact somebody regarding the problem, we just ignored it. And in life, problems don't go away by ignoring them. That is a payment that I'm very comfortable with. I was really afraid that the monthly payment would be almost 4 times that amount. Mr. Sheehan was able to take our IRS obligation, which when we came into him was approximately $97,000. And due to his skill and knowledge, he was able to reduce the tax liability down to around $11,000 and set us up on a monthly payment plan with the IRS better than I ever could have hoped. It was $195 a month.